If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. Sometimes I think sitting on trains. Every step I get to, I'm clocking that game. Everyone's a winner, we're making our fame. Bonafide hustler, making my name. All I wanna do is say my name.
And then four wheels, I mean, whatever the hell this thing is. I did a one cool scrub though, that was pretty neat. Just out here racing cars with the boys. Don't think I know how to play though, you know. This is pretty ugly.
Alright, welcome to the first Moto Shop Talk celebrity guest race in a reasonably priced Traxxas. So what we did, what we're starting, is we got a Stig, you know, like the Stig. He sets up a fast lap. Today we had some nasty conditions, so the lap's going to get faster as it dries out, hopefully. We invited Bobby Dazey here, sponsored RMXA Pro 450A plus 25A Elite Motorsports sponsored rider. Any other sponsors you got there, Bobby?
Just Daisy Construction and BAR Electric, working on getting some more.
Nice. Any upcoming plans this year?
Just trying to keep on racing the local motocross series here, and hopefully we can improve our results and keep moving forward with the racing, you know.
Yeah? You gonna be running the same bikes, or?
Yeah, it's looking like I'm probably going to be running the same bike as I did last year. It's a 2011 450 SXF, and it's pretty sweet, man. I like it a lot.
Nice. So what did you think of our reasonably priced Traxxas car on the racetrack?
Well, I'll tell you what, the thing's got a lot of power. It's one thing I was having a little bit of a hard time controlling all the power. It's amazing how little machine unleashes some fury, you know.
It's true. For what it's priced, you get tons of power.
Now, the handling, for me as a novice to intermediate type driver, I definitely suffered with the handling side of the machine.
Yeah? Well, and the conditions, you know.
Yeah.
That didn't help at all.
Yeah.
It snowed last night, so the track was icy, slushy, and wet.
Yeah, and there was even some big water puddles and stuff to try to, you know, skim through, and you know the faces on the lips and landings of the jumps were pretty slick too. So, you know, it's challenging out there.
We'll have to bring you back again for another run at a dry course.
Yeah, you know, I think I could improve on my driving abilities a little bit,
yeah,
you know, with a better course out there.
Well, let's watch the video, and you kind of talk us through your laps and how you thought you were doing,
yeah.
what you thought in general. We just kind of went over that, but yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, Mr. Dazey, talk us through your lap here. So you're going, did a decent jump.
Yeah. Coming around some turns there. It's pretty slick out there, man. Some pretty hard turns to get around. Coming out of that shed there is kind of tough. You go from the dry to the wet.
Hitting the jump?
Yeah, the jumps were sketchy. I had a hard time on the jump.
Right into the tire.
Yep, that tire's deceiving. It's hard to go around the outside of it. You can't really see that blind turn there.
You want to hug it, but you don't want to get too close.
Yeah, you know, you want to hold those inside lines, but you don't want to run it off the track either. Consistency is everything.
Coming around. Think this is start of your third lap. Going in.
Starting to get a little better feel for it into the tire again.
Right into that fucking tire.
Yep. just not carrying enough speed here. Every time I get on the gas, the thing breaks loose.
Let's see here.
Coming around and starting to get a feel for that section. I have that section pretty good. But then every time I get into this jump, it's just, oh, wrong way. Oh, stuck in the snow.
Track marshal.
Track marshal. Oh, but I got freed up. I didn't need any assistance. They didn't give me any penalties for that one.
That's good.
That's about does it there. Pretty all in all, just a tough day out there. Conditions were not the best.
Not epic, that's for sure. Coming in the last lap.
Last lap.
Almost looks like your first lap was your fastest.
Finally got around the tire there.
Going in. Coming out. Here we go. Into the finish. And he's done.
Nice. That was a decent lap.
We are going. Alright, so we just watched your lap. Let's see, the Stig on the leaderboard, the Moto Shop Talk leaderboard there. Same kind of conditions. He's running a 14.8. We got Mr. Better Panic Bannock at a 15.5. Based on your racing history, and we didn't go over that earlier, but fill us in on your history of racing.
Well, you know, I've been racing motocross here for about 5 years, and I started with a lot of off-road riding, and I have a lot of mountain woods riding experience, and trying to bring that into the motocross thing, and helps me a lot with my motocross. I think I have a little different mentality out there riding and racing than a lot of the other guys do, but you know, it's just going along. I'm trying to get better every year, you know, and it's tough. Motocross is a tough sport for anybody. It's physically demanding. It takes a lot of mental focus and preparation, and there's a lot of pressure out there. You know, you don't think there is. You start racing, and it's supposed to be fun, but as you get into it, there's a lot of pressures around racing, and just not the racing itself. So overall, I think I've done pretty well. Definitely room for improvement.
5 years racing and being a pro rider is pretty good, I would think.
Well, I'd like to think so, but you know, people have high expectations for themselves. I'm one of those people. I feel like any sport I get into, I can be a top guy. It's just a matter of putting it all together to make it happen. You know, experience is everything.
Yes, sir. All right, so there's the history on Mr. Dazey. What do you think your lap time was out on the test track?
You know, I struggled out there. I'd like to say I'm a mid-pack driver, but you know, you never know. You could get anybody out there that could think they could be a top guy, you know, and a lot of people think they're a lot more than they are. So I'd put myself around a mid-pack guy. I'd say there's some guys out there that'll get around there a little rougher than I would. But you know, overall right now with the ratings on the board, I'd have to say I'm in last place, unfortunately.
Yeah. But time. I mean, we got a 14.8 and a 15.5. What are you thinking, like 24 seconds?
You know, I don't think I'm quite that far off the pace, but I'd say everybody's probably a second or 2, 3 maybe faster a lap than me. You know, 2 seconds a lap faster than me would make sense.
Well, we got you at a 19.9.
Okay.
So you were right, but there's not much on the board right now.
Yeah,
so,
you know.
And the conditions, you know,
Conditions
we'll
were
bring
tough.
You back.
Conditions were tough. You know, I'm not too surprised with a 19.9. You know, I struggled out there.
Yeah.
You know, you're
First time. You saw 5 years on a bike. Get him here a couple more times. You may be running with the Stig.
That could improve. You know, it's all about consistency, guys, and I just didn't have it.
All right. Well, thanks for coming.
Absolutely, sir. Thanks for letting me drive your car today. Sure had a good time with it. It's a lot of fun. You guys should tackle one of these machines. They're pretty cool. Anyway, right on.